8 out of 10 people will die from a stroke, heart attack, or non communicable disease before the age of 70. That is a crazy number, 8 out of 10 people. But these things are preventable. How can we stop this from happening? There's just so many questions on the minds of everybody out there. But here with me in studio today is a very young, handsome, dynamic medical doctor who also is the newest Mr. United Nations for Cameroon for the year 2022, Dr. Ngek Sintieh. With him, we're going to be talking all about non communicable diseases. We will also be talking about this competition, which he recently won, as well as his roadmap for the work that he'll be doing for the United Nations in this year coming. Before we get to meet Dr. Ngek Sintieh, I'd like you all to watch a little video. This video was done while he was still advocating to be Mr. United Nations, which today he is the winner. Stick around and let's make it a party. If you're just tuning in for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to hit the subscribe bell. Make sure to follow us on this page and also participate on the show today. Sending all those beautiful questions. Dr. Sintieh Ngek, aka Gentle MD, is here to answer all your questions. Don't you go anywhere.
Hello world, this is Dr. Sintieh Ngek, a medical doctor going in for Mr. Cameroon of the United Nations, working on the third Sustainable Development Goals of health and well-being. This year we've been struck by coronavirus, but we are going to be pushing further to improve health throughout the world. Vote for me, dear parents, fans all over the world. Let's take this and make health sustainable in Cameroon. Thank you.
You are very welcome to the show, Dr. Sintieh Ngek, aka Mr. United Nations 2022. All right, so let me give a little brief about Dr. Sintieh Ngek. Gentle MD, he is the very first Cameroonian medical doctor to be crowned Mr. United Nations Cameroon. He is a clinical UX specialist, citizen journalist, NCD advocate, author, brand designer, and social change agent. So much to talk about this young, industrious, hardworking, I would say dynamic young man. You are so welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm perfect. Thanks for having me, Gwendy.
I love that. You have a smile that is so captivating. And I believe that everybody watching right now will feel that smile. There's something about your smile. I don't know. Maybe that's what got you that crown.
Maybe. Thanks for the
How
compliment.
important is a smile? You're a medical doctor and you're helping people just really be the best version of themselves. How important is a smile?
First of all, it helps you stay younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I want everyone to live younger. And we say he who loves every day expands his lifespan for at least a year. So it's
That
very
is
important to put on
amazing.
the smile. And it's very important to always be positive. And personally,
Oh my goodness.
and
Can we
healthy.
pray for the network is about to, I don't know. Are you there, Doc?
515.
All right, cool. The network glitched a little bit and we missed the last thing that you said. But, anyways, you are so welcome to the show. So, where does Dr. Ngek come from?
All right. I'm from Oku, Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
and however, I didn't grow up in the village. I grew up in the suburbs of Kumba
Okay.
and Moyoka, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, school in St. Francis College, Fiango, Kumba,
Mm-hmm.
and then graduated as medical doctor from Cameroon's best medical school, the University of Boya, Faculty of Health Sciences. I
Oh,
think.
wow. Woohoo! That was a good pump up there. All right.
So
So I know you're from Oku. Would you like to say something to the people of Oku who will be joining today? I want them to feel proud of a son, the son of the soil.
exactly. I think I'm going to go in the vernacular so
Yes,
that
go ahead. Yes.
I'm original.
Yes.
Okay. Machak the ban no I wanna know where and doing living. Enkagemalu Mr. UN and Selu Mr. UN kadzinage one up ko lori ne ifel kajuma. So kamalun lenan makansa din serenge lori fel naga kiso fel and lori chensa katumbi kari kansa ni. So mobile ren say talk yaren to kame so china kaling fen an majimage mani gam ton wala gym so china kaling ke akisachin beleren.
What? Oh my gosh, man, your language is so sweet. I felt like dancing a little bit. Hello to everybody. Welcome. Please share the video to at least 10 people. Hi, Humphrey Gold, Gila Isabel, all of you. You are welcome to the show today. Did you guys hear that thunder that was roaring in a nice tune like earlier on? Did you guys hear that? Oh my God. Gentle MD, you're full of surprises. That was wonderful. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that I can talk that smoothly in my language. Not proud of it, but that was beautiful. I really, really
Thank
loved it.
you.
What a beautiful way to welcome your people. So, Oku people, oh yeah. Let me hear you guys make some noise in the comment section. Say oh yeah in the comment section if you're so proud of your son of the soil today, who is the winner of Mr. United Nations. So, beauty serving health. Tell us about it. Okay, I think we lost Dr. Sintieh Ngek there. Reminding you, he's tuning in from Cameroon, that is in between Central and West Africa. And so we probably always having some network issues there. But while waiting for him to come on, I'm going to take a short break here. Um, and then we will see you just behind. If you're tuning in just now, make sure you share the video with at least 10 people. Remember, we are giving away prizes to those who participate the more, those who support the more, those who follow, those who comment, those who share, those who invite others to follow our page as well. And so if you want to be part of those who are winning some cool prizes in this end of year season, you know what to do. One important thing we want you to do is hop over to our YouTube page, Gwendy Media TV, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and make sure that you leave comments under the video on YouTube as well. That is going to count for you being selected for one of our cool giveaway prize winners. All right, let's take a short musical break. And then when we come back, we'll hopefully be talking to Dr. Sintieh Ngek, who is our guest today and also the winner of Mr. United Nations Cameroon. Don't you go anywhere. We're taking our happy birthday song right here. This song is by Dino Flo and Andy Jemea. Don't you go anywhere. Happy birthday to all those who are celebrating their birthdays. If you know somebody whose birthday is today, drop their names in the comments. We will give them a shout out.
Eh, Guizo, voici le cadeau Daniel Johnson. C'est ton jour, un an de plus. La famille est là, tes amis sont là aussi. Levez-vous et dansez, allons sauter les bouteilles de whisky. Allô, allô, l'ambiance est chaude. C'est ton jour, il faut célébrer. La vie est courte, il faut s'enjailler. Happy birthday, joyeux anniversaire. Happy birthday, I'm Johnson.
Happy birthday to all those who are celebrating this day or this week. Do you know anybody who is celebrating a birthday? I know of a little gorgeous lady, a young girl who is turning 16 today. She's a daughter of a very beloved friend of mine, Dr. Celestine Atancho. Her name is Ellen James. I'm going to make sure that I have her name correctly. And I'm actually going down to Delaware for that birthday. So happy birthday to her. Mata E Akumbom. You don't take that prize. She hasn't. She hasn't. Welcome to all of you. Welcome, Clementine. Happy birthday to Booty, Olive, and Jokwi. Happy birthday to you, Daddy. We hope that you can join the broadcast. Happy birthday to Epule Jeffrey. Oh, really? I didn't know today's Epule Jeffrey's birthday. Happy birthday to you, my dear friend. And you all are so welcome to today's broadcast. We are talking all about non-communicable diseases. We're talking all about Mr. United Nations with the very handsome, very charismatic, diplomatic, and you name it, the gentle medical doctor, Sintieh Ngek. He is back in studio, and I'm going to bring him back on the screen. Hello. I just saw him back there in a minute, and it seems like his image is a little frozen. I don't know what's going on with the network back there. It is not the best, okay? Um oh, Clementina Pia, I didn't know that that's your uncle. Okay, that's a good friend of mine. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to Nana Edwan. Nana Edwan, happy birthday to you. We wish you all God's blessings in this year, and wish that all your prayers and wishes will come true. So our guest on today's edition of the program is Dr. Ngek Sintieh. He is the winner of Mr. United Nations 2022. So while waiting for him to join the broadcast again, we have a little hic with the network. I'm going to play a little short video while he was being pampered on the day of the competition. There's just so much that was happening that day, and I want you guys to get a glimpse. Make sure you've shared the video and make sure to participate, send in quality questions so that you could be one of our winners of a fabulous prize on today's edition. Don't you go anywhere. You are welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to today's edition of Spotlight with Gwendy. Hey, let me know, how was your week? How was your week? Our guest on today's edition is a young, dynamic medical doctor, Dr. Sintieh Ngek, aka Gentle MD. And a little bit about Dr. Sintieh Ngek. He is a young medical doctor who hails from Oku in the Northwest region. As Mr. United Nations, he says that he will be using his 1-year mandate as an NCD advocate to reduce the number of deaths from non-communicable diseases by 30% through the project NCD 30. Dr. Sintieh Ngek is also the founder and lead mentor of the Sintieh Research Academy, a science-oriented research community aimed at breeding innovation in the field of scientific research through the SRA. And he and his team have been able to empower over 300 youths with research and data analysis. All right. So that's what we're going to be having today. There's so many beautiful pictures that he sent us earlier on how everything was going on with the competition. So while waiting for him to come on, I would just share some of the pictures so you all can have a taste of what was going on over there before he comes to tell us more about this competition, and what they're going to be doing as Mr. and Miss United Nations for 2022. So here I'm going to be sharing with you all some pictures of today's guest, Dr. Sintieh Ngek, who is going to be talking to us about his mission this year and how he's going to be helping curb and really improve the health sector using what he does. So let's go in there with some pictures. And so that is Dr. Ngek Sintieh. Is he on his knees there? Like, what is going on, guys? Like, that looks like does that look like a marriage proposal or something? I guess when he comes back on, he's going to tell us exactly what was going on in that picture. Very beautiful there. And I think that this one was when he was crowned. We can see him wearing his sash there. On this other one right here, I love it. Look at that beautiful, calm, gentle look that he has. Oh my gosh. And then this one, I was like, wait a minute, is that the Sultan from the Bamum region? What are some things that you all would like to know about this competition, the Mr. United Nations competition? Hello to everyone. I see here, guys, please share. Yes, share, and participate. Send in some good questions. What do you want to know about this competition that just ended, the Mr. Cameroon United Nations competition? Congratulations once again, Dr. Ngek. God love. Yes, the images are indeed so beautiful. Like, some of them were like mind blowing. When I looked at the pictures, I was like, man, you guys had a lot of fun. There was this one where he had this old school attire, and I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, look at that. Look at, I mean, I'm just really hoping that Dr. Sintieh comes to tell us exactly what's going on in this picture. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they paired them together, but they look cute together, don't they? Oh my gosh. Something else could be happening in the background, maybe. Who knows? Because they look so cute together. I think that this was his partner during the competition. And I really love the fact that they had a dress code, right? It's like they either wore t-shirts or shirts and jeans. They wore something. There was always something going on. They had shirts in one of the pictures. They had suits in one of the pictures. And I was like, this was a very well cultured event, that they put together, because um they had so much that was going on in terms of uniformity, and there was just so much going on in those pictures. What do you guys think? Yes, congratulations to. Oh, thank you so much, Sophie Gassa. That's my sister, a change maker. She's the founder of a wonderful female empowerment group, Ignited Ladies. And so, for all of you ladies who are out here looking to build your vision and looking for somebody to guide you with that, Sophie Gassa is the person to connect with. She's right here with us. I can see Dr. Ngek is back, hopefully back. Finally, Dr.
Forever.
Ngek. I'm not sure what's going on with the network. Man, you are welcome. It's such a pleasure to see your face again. And that smile again. How you doing? What
I'm
happened?
fine. I'm fine. Yeah, it seems as if speaking in the vernacular called some,
It woke the gods up. The gods woke up. They're like, wait a minute, what's going
Yeah, like
on?
what's
Oh
going
my
on?
god.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oku people I beg could not take her easy. Oh, not take her easy. The guy was just saying hello. Nothing bad. He just said hello in the vernacular and then guy and now guy and Joe woke up like what's going on? So Dr. Gare, I've been sharing those beautiful images that you sent me earlier, and some people were curious, me inclusive, about some pictures that we saw here. I'm just going to put them back on so that you tell us before, just so that we can kind of like, we had this one right here that looks so cute. Oh my gosh, Dr. Ngek, what's going on in that picture? It's not picture time yet on the show, but just tell us real quick because you came in when I was just showing those pictures. Are you there?
Please come again. Yeah, I'm here,
Okay.
but I didn't get you fully.
I was asking about this very cute picture here. What's going on there? It's just mind blowing.
All right, this was a traditional outfit,
Oh wow.
and I had to dress in the uh, to commemorate the passing on of Sultan Joya,
Oh, that was
though
so
from
thoughtful.
Oku. Yeah, so I
Wow.
believe it's a cultural event, and we had to be
Oh,
diverse and also commemorate leaders that we want to really have made impact in the
in
country.
our lives.
So that
Yes.
was the commemoration
That
of
was so
Sultan
thoughtful.
Joya of the Bamung people. Yeah.
Don't we just love Dr. Ngek? He has such a gentle, beautiful spirit. Your spirit is so, you're making me feel good. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but I think you have a very good spirit, Dr. Ngek. So tell us about this competition. How does a medical doctor go in for a beauty contest?
All right. It all started with several persons commenting on my pictures that, hey, bro, you look cool. I think you should try. You should try modeling. You should try something. And
Mhm.
on the yeah, so someone somewhere recommended me for the competition,
Wow.
and that's how the journey started.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a learning experience for me. It's my first time,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to learn. So we had weeks and weeks of training. It was almost 4 months of training,
Four
and then we had to
months.
block.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tell us
and then
about
we.
some things that were happening, that were new to you.
All right, the whole catwalking stuff was very new to me.
I wish I could tell you to do a catwalk for us right now. So you were like this medical doctor who is a bookworm, who is focused on booking, 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 and they're telling you to do a catwalk in front of people.
Yeah,
How was
and
that for you?
it was interesting. It was interesting. It was interesting, and I was like, well, it's a learning experience. I didn't
Hmm.
know that there are particular ways in which you need to arrange your toes, your
Oh my
feet,
gosh.
how
Your
you have to
walkette.
step. Yes, how you have to look.
Oh my God.
Um,
Just serious.
it was amazing. It was so amazing. I would say,
Oh.
yeah.
So what do you take from that competition? Like the entire competition, you talked about learning new things like catwalking, but I believe that there were so many other things that came into play before you were finally chosen as Mr. United Nations. So tell us about all those other things that happened during the competition, the activities that you had to compete in order to be eligible for the grand prize.
All right. So I think one of the key things I took from the competition is humility
Oh wow.
and willingness to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, being a medical doctor, there's a chance that I might be stubborn or don't want to follow instructions from other persons.
Yeah.
But I think what marked our trainers and our coaches during our 1 week block and over all the trainings was the fact that I was ready to learn, accept corrections, even punishment. There were times I was told to kneel down because I didn't I didn't follow the order or all the things that were being said to me. And the activities that took up during the finals, there were several things. We had the works, the various presentations from the civil attire to the traditional wear,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as the soiree attire. And then above all, we also have various projects that we had to present because as Mr. United Nations, the objective was to use the beauty contest to help promote the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Oh,
So
wow.
each contestant had a project based on one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Being a
Mm-hmm.
medical doctor, my project is based on the third one, which is health and well-being. I think we'll
Mm-hmm.
be talking about that shortly.
Yeah.
So basically, we had all of these sessions. You had to defend your project. You had to present a speech after your parade about what your project would be and what you'll be doing throughout your mandate. Aside from the dancing, and most interestingly was we had to dress like in the 80s. You know,
Oh my gosh. That
uh,
feels
I don't know if I sent
amazing
you a picture.
already. Hold
So
on a minute. I think you
yeah,
sent me a picture of that. I think I have
yeah.
one of those pictures there where tell me about that 80s part. What was actually going on? What did you guys have to do? Was it just fun or what was that part for? Like what exactly was going on there? So this is the picture right here. Guys, look at that. I love it. I just love it.
So yeah, it's actually us trying to bring back the idea of the mode, the culture in back in the 80s, how people used to dress and how appealing the attire used to look at back in the days, and to compare with what we have presently. And
Yes.
the idea was to get anything, any attire that will mimic or bring back the remembrance of maybe those, we held this contest at Palais de Congrès and we had dignitaries who are people
Okay.
of that
People a
generation.
little
So
age. Yeah.
yeah, so we had to also get them on board. So basically, that was the idea. And even in the jury, there were also people of a higher age. So this
Mhm.
was all to promote cultural diversity,
Yeah.
relieve the 80s, and also see if what would it look like if we decided to start dressing this way. So it was it
And of
was it
course,
was
fashion is always a back and forth movement. We have some
yeah,
of those fashion details that are coming back.
exactly.
People are starting to put on tight pants again. At first, it was the
Mhm.
large pants. I think I started seeing some large pants, what they call apaga.
Apaga,
And
yeah,
now, it's
yeah.
starting to come back in fashion. So, fashion never ends. It just goes and comes back. So, yeah. So why did you think that you were chosen as Mr. United Nations 2022 with all the other contestants we had? I have a couple of pictures here. You know, I just love how there was such, I don't know how I can explain it. I love the dressing. Everything was different. It was not the same kind of beauty contest that we see people. You guys did not expose your chest at any point during the competition. You were all dressed up in different attires. I love this one here. And then you all had this traditional day, which was really great. And then you had the 80s day, which was really, really, really great. So, why did you think that out of all of those contestants, you stood out? You became Mr. United Nations 2022.
Truly, to be candid, I would say I can't really give a reason, but I'll just run through the things that made me a little bit unique in all of the various activities.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing is throughout the training period, I tried as much as possible to be present despite the schedule of being a medical doctor, and that really touched all the trainers because the evaluation started right from the training because every trainer that came in had a report of all of the participants throughout the period.
Wow.
So basically, that was one of the issues. And I would think that even in the house, when we had the 1 week block, I was always up to helping others and also doing house chores, we were like, the kind of big brother thing, but we lived in a house where we had to cook for each other.
Wow,
And
that's interesting to know.
so
Then you had a good
it
holiday.
was
You had a good holiday. So were you living from the house, from the Mr. United Nations house to go to work every day?
no, it was just for 1 week. So towards the competition, all the finalists had to gather in a guest house for 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was putting in some comments there. I see some interesting comments in the comment section. Welcome to all the comment section association members. How are you all doing today? Are you having a wonderful Saturday? Jay Teddy saying a big dog and Mr. United Nations. So you said you were cooking for the ladies. We noticed that there was this lady that they kept pairing you with. We don't know if it's because you just liked her because she's pretty, or what was going on there. Because in many of the pictures that you sent me, I kept seeing you with this same lady everywhere. I'm like, hey, what's going on here?
No, we all had partners during the session. And yeah, so she was my partner, and in all the dance moves, the parades for couples, we were paired together. So basically, so each person had a partner to we had to carry out whatever activities we had to do. So we had to work together to see what kind of choreography we would do when we are called up to stage together, how we'll move, how we'll make our parade unique. So basically that was it. And she was my partner.
That was just
very amazing.
That
Yeah,
was just
so
it.
that's it.
Ended there.
Yeah, no strings attached.
Now you were just asking, just checking, comment section. Do we agree that we're just checking, make sure that everything was just okay? So Charlie is just saying exactly what I knew that the comment section will be saying, right? Partner for life or just that moment?
For the moment.
For the moment. Okay, so that was it. We just wanted to check, just checking, make sure that if we have to
Yeah.
start preparing for Omugo gifts, or or maybe some wedding gifts, all that kind of stuff. So just thinking aloud. And Chabe Ngia says depends on you.
That's our first runner up. That's
Oh
our
my
first runner
God.
up.
Oh my God. Chabe,
Yeah.
do you want to let me know if you want to come live on the show? We can send you the link. Just to come and tell us about your experience, okay? Because you were a first runner up. Thank you so much for joining. I'd like to know how this experience was for you. So what was your message during this competition, Doc? What was that message that you were putting out there for which you think that maybe could have been the reason why you were chosen? What was that message that you were putting out there?
All right. So if I get you correctly, what message, right?
Yeah. What was your message during the competition?
All right. The message was bringing how would beauty help to promote health. So I think it's something that when I say it out, people like, okay, what does this guy want to tell us? Or what is this guy actually saying? Does it make sense? And basically, I think that was one of the things that made my campaign, my competition very unique. So how does health, how do we use beauty to promote health, basically?
Yes,
so that's the problem. So why did I get here? If you pay attention to everything, look at social media, you are amazing to know that every beauty contest, every social event attracts at least 90% of the population. And these are things that increases our risk to poor health habits because we stay glued to our phones, to our TV screens, and the rest. So come to think of it, now you get to a beauty contest and come on, you see a doctor telling you that, all right, please just drink a glass of water daily.
I just saw you drinking water and I was like, who is drinking water now? Like, what's the doctor trying to do? Like, so I'm not drinking water, man, and I'm gonna go find my own water now. So, but unfortunately, my picking did sleep, so now go bring water now. Which
So
is
so
great.
that was the idea. Now, if we look at even within this COVID-19, whatever, check the number of followers for maybe WHO, the US CDC, and compare it to maybe followers for BET Awards, Champions League, and the
Oh,
rest.
obviously
It's
now,
like day and night.
Omono, it's day and night. It's just a normal thing, right? Okay. A lot of times, like we do programs here that promote, you know, the culture, that promote mindset, based on, people, personalities, professionals whose stories and experiences inspire, empower the community. You don't see the same people here as people watching all those gist channels and all whatnot, because we're teaching, we are empowering, we are training, we're, sharing stories, which should be more valued. But no, that's
Yeah.
not the case. But we're still okay with that. So I do understand what you mean by that. So it's really great that the United Nations is taking a little detour to bring in something that people love, like a beauty competition, you know. So,
Yeah.
as Mr. United Nations, what will you be doing in 2021, 2022?
All right. So throughout this year, we'll be promoting health, and my focus is non-communicable diseases (NCDs). Like you read, I'm an NCD advocate, and reason being that working as a medical doctor for the last 3 years, I have a very remarkable story that I'll just recount. So
Okay.
I had this 31-year-old lady who came into my consultation about 2 years ago, and I diagnosed her hypertensive. So counseling and everything. She followed everything, but well, everyone in Cameroon or everyone around is a doctor. So when they leave the doctor's office, they have all of those informations that come in.
From
So
different
she had,
people.
yes, so she had to stop her care. So generally, what I do is I always have a follow up with a tailored follow up with all of my people who come into my consultation living with diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and the rest. We have a tailored follow up either through WhatsApp or any of the messenger apps.
Mhm.
So she got disconnected and then told me she's not hypertensive. She's too young for that, and the rest. So maybe 6 months later, I was on call I was on call and I'm called to the casualty that there is an emergency. And stepping at the emergency department, I see this young lady unconscious.
Oh my God.
And the story from kids, her eldest kid was 5, and the family and the husband was that they were having dinner and she just wanted to express herself and she fell off.
Hmm.
And so she had a heart attack and at the same time a stroke and she passed on.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
How
she's a
old was
very
this lady?
31.
31. Had attack
So
at 31.
yeah,
Oh
so that
my
is what got
God.
me thinking. That's what got me thinking, and I was like, I went back through current statistics, and the World Organization reports that 80% of persons aged under the age 70 would get a premature death from one of these non-communicable diseases
If they are not careful.
if they are not careful.
Hmm.
So basically, that was it. That was my trigger to become an NCD advocate. And now,
Wow.
with current lifestyles, sedentary lifestyle, junk eating, you and I are very busy. We don't pay attention to our meals. We get fast food a lot. We don't do sports. We are glued to our screens. So all of these habits
Should I hide my
are
face?
brought in.
It's like you were talking
Hide,
about
hide.
me there.
So yeah, so all of these habits are brought in by what we call leisure activities, and beauty contest is one of those. So why not use that channel where it steals the focus of most of the persons to remind them of what they should be fighting against? And even with COVID-19, if you check, the leading cause of mortality is not COVID-19. They are still non-communicable diseases.
Yeah.
So even with COVID-19, and these persons have the highest, they have the most severe complications or outcomes when they get COVID-19. So I used to, in my health campaigns online, I always tell people that it's a silent pandemic. No one talks about it, but it kills. So this is a stage where over the next 1 year, you would have several online education sessions. I'm already advocating that, Gwendy, I'm going to be using your channel
Oh, yes, yes.
to send out health tips to help people stay
We
healthy
would
and
love
avoid
that.
this
Would you guys
premature
love to
death.
see more health tips from the young, handsome, dynamic Dr. Ngek Sintieh here on the channel? Let me know in the comment section, guys.
Yeah,
I
so
would
we're
love
going
it.
to be doing that. Yeah, so online campaigns will be starting this November,
Okay.
and we are going to continue with community campaigns. Online campaigns are just to set the tone for everything,
Mhm.
and we're going to be continuing with community campaigns in in our various health districts in the country, and that is going to be matched up with a very user-friendly web-based application I'm working on that's going to have access. Everyone could get information, tailored information, and also have medical personnel in our team give them tailored information and follow up. So basically, that is what we'll be doing. You'll be seeing a lot of outreach activities and a lot of online activities, because the world is a global village through all of these channels, and we can't just keep going to the villages and nooks and crannies and forgetting the people who stay glued on their screen,
Mhm.
and basically that is the challenge. So we want to get this village, this global village people who
Us.
are addicted to social media, who are becoming sedentary. We want to get them healthy, and we think that beauty can serve a greater purpose. It's not
Yes.
just for us to have good manicure and pedicure, good facial looks, but also we should look that beautiful within and without. So
Within and
that's the objective, and I encourage all followers of our channel to stay glued and amplify whatever Mr. UN for the United Nations will be sharing on this channel. Let more people get aware. My objective is to reach at least 1,000 persons.
yes.
At least 1,000 persons have access to preventive health information as well as therapy for those who are going to be exposed to it. And I think just using social media, we're going to beat that in less than in a month's time.
Yes. And you know the thing that I'm very big on advocating. I've been advocating and letting people know, listen, whatever it is that you're doing, if you want to get your message out, get on video. I am so big on that. Like a lot of people have been able to get their messages out, reach more people. They have learned to leverage the power of the online space and video, most importantly, when you go live on your page. This is Dr. Ngek, who is our guest today. What if we had just shared pictures of him? Yes, we shared his pictures of when he was crowned. He got over 20,000 likes on that post. I don't know how many it is today. He is just a lovable person. People just love him. But the truth is, now that you get to see him, you can feel his energy. You can see that smile that he radiates that makes you feel like, oh my God, look at that smile. What a beautiful smile he has. You can hear his voice. Like there is so much that happens when you connect with people one on one. And that's why I want to tell every single person that's watching today, if you have a business, an activity, an idea, whatever it is that you're trying to get out actually online. Be online where you can see more people, where you can share that message, that story. Believe me, somebody will be out there listening, watching, paying attention. And who knows? Who knows what could happen after that? So, Doc, now you are Mr. United Nations 2021, and you've talked about all these amazing things that you have lined up. I know that you mentioned Project NCD 30. Tell us about that
30.
project, NCD 30.
All right. So NCD stands for non-communicable disease. 30 stands for 30% and the year 2030.
Wow.
So it is, yeah. So
Wow.
it is based on it is based on the Third Sustainable Development Goal Objective 4, which states that the United Nations aims through this Sustainable Development Goal and its objective to prevent premature deaths from non-communicable diseases by 30% come 2030.
Hmm.
So yeah, so that is the concept. That is where this project is based on, and our objective will be to ensure that we join forces with the United Nations to be able to attain this objective come 2030. And so it's a project that is going to expire by the year 2030, but we're starting it with this mandate.
Which is great.
And everything, yes, everything we'll be doing is to build it on continuity. So
Okay.
basically, yeah,
So
basically, that's what the SDC project is.
I want you to give us some quick health tips on how to prevent NCDs. Just give us like five or any number that you can remember so that everybody that's watching today would remember that, hey, I heard Dr. Ngek Godlove talk about these tips that if I start watching today, I could maybe prevent a future heart attack or help somebody around me prevent a future attack. So I'm going to go off the screen. I'll go backstage and I'll just let you have this moment. We'll probably cut this out and put it out as a clip where people can actually learn some tips on how to, you know, prevent NCDs or just live a better life so as to prevent that in future.
All right. Thank you very much to all followers. This is Dr. Sintieh Ngek, Mr. United Nations for Cameroon 2022, and I want to dish out to you a few wellness tips. All right. First and foremost, I want to encourage us to have a good sleep hygiene. So, what do I mean by that? You should sleep at least 7 to 8 hours a day. Now, this helps us build a lot of energy and it helps regulate your 24-hour rhythm. From sleeping, you want to be able to exercise at least 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week, all right? Or a healthy walk 1 hour 3 times a week. This helps you to burn calories and it reduces the amount of cholesterol that accumulates in our diet, in our bodies. The third is healthy living. All right. So you want, the third is eating healthy. And what I want to explain here is just a simple rule. It's called the 50-25-25. So for every time you take your dish of meal, you need to divide the dish into two halves. The first half should be made up of fruits and vegetables. So 50% of everything you eat a day should be made of fruits and vegetables. Now, the other half will be divided into quarters. That's 25%, 25%. Now, 25% of it should be made of carbohydrate complements. So whatever you want, cereals, rice, bread, brown bread, okay? So that is the 25% of your meals a day. And the other 25% should be made of now the protein complements. And this protein complements, we want to encourage that you eat as much as white meat compared to red meat. And we encourage that you take at least 1 or 2 days in a week where red meat is included. The other days should be white. So that's why we encourage you to eat more fish, chicken, turkey. All right. And then when you want to get to beef and the rest at least once a week, it's fine. It's ideal. So most of us get a lot of chunk, the steak and the rest. It's not very healthy for us. So basically, that is it for diet. And we want to advise that you avoid fries as much as possible. Each time you fry food, you convert good cholesterol to bad cholesterol. And that alone increases your risk of having all of these cardiovascular diseases. So that is it about having a healthy diet. The next is reducing alcohol intake. All right. Generally, we recommend that for females, females should not exceed 14 units of standard alcohol. So if you take a standard beer, I think this is an international call. So a standard beer, it's should not you should not exceed 2 of a standard beer for females, which makes the 14 units. For males, it's 21 units maximum, and that means 3 standard beers. So basically, for a week, but we want to reduce that as much as possible. And last but not the least, quit smoking. Now, I will not want to talk about primary smoking, but about secondary smoking, which is very much neglected by everyone. Now, if you're exposed, if your spouse is a smoker and you're married for 30 years, know that you're a passive smoker for 30 years. Your risk of having a lung cancer, a cardiovascular disease, a cancer from these toxins, it's similar to that of your spouse. So same thing if you have peers who are always taking the vape, taking the shisha and the rest, and you're always there, you're as well exposed. Now, for us youths, shisha is in our time and it contains much more nicotine compared to even the cigarette. And so we want to discourage that as much as possible. So basically, these are wellness tips that we call them modifiable lifestyle patterns that will help you prevent this chance of dying before the age 70. Again, for all of us listening to this call, 8 out of 10 of us will die before the age 70 if we don't take these measures. So that's a very worrying number that you don't want to belong. And our objective will be to improve on these as time goes on over the years. So
Hey,
thank you very much.
Doc, I'm just going to play a short musical break because we need to rest a little bit from all that talking, all that tips. I saw J Teddy complaining that that beer issue will be a problem. So maybe they don't shut their beer now. How? So let's take a quick musical break and we'll be back to talk more with Dr. Ngek Sintieh, who is the winner, Dr. United Nations Cameroon. Somebody corrected me there saying, let me not say Mr. United, it's Dr. United Nations
Dr.
Cameroon. That sounds
With
cool.
addition.
La vie a des hauts et des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. Et nous qui sommes forts n'abandonne pas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. Et nous qui sommes forts n'abandonne pas.
La Vie a des hauts et des bas, and that is by artist TK Songs. Is our in-house artist, and this is a song that he just recently did with Petit Pays when Petit Pays was out here in the United States. That video is only about a month old or so. So, Doc, we are about to wrap things up here. And thank you so much for sharing those valuable tips. We're going to have those tips right here on the channel. I guess that will be your very first show here. We're going to cut that part out and just put it on here so that people can get those tips as many as they can. Maybe we can cut it into one tip each per day. We'll see what we can do about that, because that was quite a bit of tips that you gave in there, maybe like 7 or 8. So we can take that out because we don't need to mix everything. They need to hear one thing every single day. So I hope Clementine is hearing that. I know she's here. I'm just going to go over the comments because I want you to see what people have been saying about you. So many comments, Dr. Ngek. You are so loved. I can tell you that your show is very lively today. So many people are commenting, sharing, liking. Bless Fru, the Prince of Mundum, says, how you stop that song quick so we don't want copyright issues. That's a problem, because if we let it play on too long, then we're going to get flagged. And so I think I already got this comment on here. Dog, that beer palava go hard. Oh. I know they play with my beer. That one go really hard. That is from J. Teddy Ranui. And then Aquanui says, Dog, that list worry. Oh. And then somebody says here, because you talked about a good sleeping habit, Gila Isabel says she can sleep for Africa. That's a good one. That is very, very funny. Sean Glenn says, Doc, you sound so awesome. Your voice is so reassuring. Oh, yes, he is. He is indeed. He has a lovable spirit. I'll tell you, he has a lovable spirit, gentle indeed. I think that you are a great medical doctor just because of your mannerisms, your charisma. Some people really just have it in the blood, and I think you do have it. Why are you smiling? Am I making some sense? Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are. You're making sense.
All right. So, because I just saw you smiling there, and I think that this was from Chabe Nya. He said, Dr. UN Cam, not Mr. And he was sweating there. And Gila Isabel says, Sir, you got a lovely smile. I said it. That smile is so reassuring. JTD says, oh, yes, we love that. We are ready with the ask question, Doc. Like, I guess he was answering to something that we had mentioned earlier on. Um, Somebody said I should not hide your face. Oh, that was me. I had to go backstage so that doctor could have that moment. It's very important for us to always have our guests give a tip, a testimony, or something that people can live by. And for those of you who are watching, there's going to be a chance for somebody to win some Momo because we love to share. We love to encourage you guys coming on here. I know you spend your credit, your Momo. I want to be able to replace that and so that you can come again next time. Okay. So for those of you who are watching, you're going to have to tell us what were two tips that stood out for you on today's edition that were given by Dr. Ngek, Sintieh. And those tips, you have to go over to our YouTube page, Gwendy Media TV. Make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube and put those comments there. Let us know, just say my tips, the two tips that I took from Dr. Ngek Sintieh today were this and this. And tell us why you chose those two tips for a chance to win some free Momo. And don't forget to tag your friends, tag like 10 people, and make sure that they follow us on YouTube as well, on our Instagram and on Facebook for a multiplied chance to win. Dr. Ngek, there is something that you have in the pipeline. You and I talked about it yesterday. You're planning to give back to the community. I want you to tell the people that's a fun aspect. We love it. So tell me a little bit more about that.
All right. So basically, we're going to be giving back to the community, both the online and the on-site community, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So for the on-site community, we'll be having a put make them smile movement
Mm-hmm.
uh, before the end of this month, and we'll be looking at those orphans and also internally displaced in the country that will be giving back. And then we'll be having a giveaway for the online community. And
Mm-hmm.
those who are going to meet up with the challenge, we're going to reach out to them. And all of this will be the giveaway is going to be juried by Gwendy. So uh, the winners will be announced by the 1st of December, and then we're going to celebrate them. So basically,
All
that's what we have in
right.
store.
Hmm. So, do you have some dates for when your activities will be starting, or are you still going to let us know when everything will start?
All right. So for anyone that wants to join Make Them Smile movement,
That's
it's
a
going to
nice
be on the
name.
last.
Make them smile. I
Yeah,
love it. Nice
yeah.
title.
So it's going to be on the last Sunday of this month, November. I think it's the 27th. Yeah. So we'll keep sharing information about it. It's the end of year. We want to thank God for everything we've been able to achieve right up to this point. But we are not just thanking God with words, but we want to show that thanks to other persons who we think that need more than we do. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a way to be able to give back to our community. So the Make Them Smile movement is going to start, and it's something we're going to do throughout this mandate, at least quarterly. But we're going to start this end of month, and basically it's going to be based in Cameroon since I'm based here. So, and we're going to reach out to orphans and internally displaced persons, get them basic necessities, health kits, and as well as also train them on how to stay healthy and above all first aid,
That's
because
great.
a lot is going on. Yeah, a lot is going to go on. So anyone that wants to be part of it, feel free to chat me up for now. But once we have the project manager in charge, we're going to expose everything through that person.
People are still worried about that beer issue. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is amazing. And all these projects that you have, they are going to be funded by the United Nations, correct?
Yeah, they're going to be partly
Partly
funded,
funded.
partly funded.
So you have to
Yes.
pay
So
half of that or what?
no, no, no. We one of the objectives for us to create a sustainable society is also to find also teachers laureates to be able to generate sources of income. So aside from doing that, I'll also be trying to see how to find persons who are of interest in this
So
domain,
you're calling
and also want to
on men and
find,
women of
yeah,
goodwill who would like
sponsors.
to partner.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's great. So we can do that call for we can do that call to action. And let me do that right away
yeah.
here. I know that there's some amazing people watching. Benny Bensla, welcome, watching from UAE. Aquanui is watching from Yaoundé, Cameroon. Um, Bless Fru, where are you watching from? The Prince of Mundum, I guess, is watching from Mundum. JTD is watching from Boulder, Colorado. He says, Doc say make we drink water, chop 50% fruit and veggie, 25% carb, 25% of protein.
Carbs.
Make
Is
we chop
it?
chicken fish, make we work and make we catch 7 to 8 hours sleep. Palava beer, we go discuss that one after. This is the best comment for today. Oh my God,
Yeah.
JTD, you're amazing. Dog, you see trouble that you're causing now. And then Bless Fru, the Prince of Mundum says, like joke, not to sit talk through this beer issue. We gotta sit and talk, not to sit and talk through this beer issue. We have two people that are not buying the beer palaver. That what? 3 bottles of beer a week? Only 3 bottles, and you're saying that they should reduce the amount. How are these people gonna cope? Guys, drink water. That's what doctor says. Doctor is there drinking water right now. So I never even drink water the entire day. So I probably need to go get my water. Our Amy Bride is watching from Douala, Cameroon. Aquanui says, my tips from Doc: drink more water, more intake on fish and chicken. That's white meat than beef. Stop smoking. Who is smoking shisha? Are you a shisha smoker, Aquanui? This comment should go on the YouTube page, on the Gwendy Media TV's YouTube page. Please take this comment over there and make sure that you're following the page as well. So we need engagement on that page as well, and we need you guys' support to grow that page as well. So Dr. Sintieh, we've come to the end of today's program. I don't even want to say goodbye. What do you do to relax? What are some things that you do to relax for fun?
Uh, for fun, I play the piano.
You
It's
do.
a skill I learned. Yeah, yeah, and also I like sitting in solitude to reflect, basically.
You
So
reflect too
I
much.
swim a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I swim a lot. So I'll visit the beach and just sit and watch the waves and then swim as well. So
Hmm.
those are
And where are
my
you based? Where are you
relaxation.
based? Because you're talking about waves.
Nowhere in Cameroon, right? We know where I'm based in Yaoundé, and but each time I need to really get a solitude, we will get down to Limbe and actually have fun there.
Do you have a
Yeah.
piano close to you? Because I was going to ask you to play something for us. Now that you talked about piano, you
Uh,
mentioned it. So if you have a piano there, just give us something nice while we end today. Oh my
uh,
gosh, this guy, you're so full of.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but I think
Oh,
on the next show, my keyboard will be around.
okay. All right.
So
So did you want to do it
I had
like an
to
acapella
display.
for us? Like something? I want you to do something surprising for us today before you go. Just do something surprising for us today before you go. It could be a fun story. It could be anything.
Uh, something surprising. Or this
Yeah.
is you getting me on the hot seat.
You always have to definitely because you're on the hot seat, you're on the spotlight, remember? So think of something fun and just surprise us, just blow our minds.
All right, 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 all right. Um, so what's coming up? What's coming up, man?
Oh, Blessed Fruit says by far my best show. Oh, so sweet. Go ahead, we're waiting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I'm just going to sing. I'm going to sing.
Yes.
I'm going to sing.
Sing, Doc. Sing for us, Doc.
Yeah. Um. All right. So three. What song will I sing? All right.
Sing. Blessed Fruit
I
says
think
sing. Sing. Sing, Doc.
you know when you're on the spotlight, ideas just
Just sing.
disappear.
What song do you sing when you're in the shower? Because I know all the best artists in the world, they sing their best when they're in the shower, right? But then when you say sing outside, they don't remember. Yes, thank you so much, Njila Isabel, for that. We're waiting for the song. Aquanri says we're waiting. Sing. What song? Oh, dance for us. Do something surprising. Just surprise us. Do something fun for us.
uh, Gwendy, this was not planned. I don't like
It
this.
doesn't have to be planned. You're on the spotlight. Things that are planned are not the best. You can dance
Yeah,
for us if you
sure.
prefer to dance.
Mm, no, dancing will be for another day.
Okay. So
Uh,
let's do the song. We've been
yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah,
like
it's fine.
5 minutes now.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So I just want to get the song out because on the 22nd was International Stuttering Awareness Day, and we have an amazing artist who've been doing a lot with respect to music, and that is Ed Sheeran, and he's a stutterer, and he used music to overcome this. So I'm just going to sing along one of his very most recent songs that we've loved over
Okay.
for
Sing
quite some
for us,
time. So
Doc. Sing.
yeah, 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 yeah. So um, I found a love for me, darling, just ride right in and follow my knees. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Darling, just you mean to me. I found a love. We were just kids when we fell in
Oh
love.
my gosh. I know that song.
Yeah.
Wow. That guy was a stutterer.
Yeah. So this is
Oh
actually
my
to
God. That song is like number one. That song was
yeah,
number one for a long
long time, a long
time.
time.
We were
Yes.
just kids when we fell in love. Na, 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 na. Oh my God. Okay, you just taught me something today, and I'm gonna be listening to that song. Oh wow.
So this is
Giovanni just came in. She says Notre Mister chante. Notre Mister chante. Thank you
so
so
that's
much
my
for that.
coach. That's my coach. That's my coach.
Oh, that was your coach. Merci, coach. Thank you for coming, for joining. We had a wonderful time with Mr. United Nations. She says, great. Thank you for teaching me that. I had no idea that the guy, he's a guy or girl, that sang that song
Yeah,
was a
it's a guy.
stutterer and that he used that song to overcome stuttering.
So he actually
Wow.
used singing to overcome
Singing.
stuttering.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and yeah, so
Wonderful.
this is a way to reach out to all stutterers out there to know that singing helps a lot.
And just
Yeah,
to know that, there is no disability. You can
yeah,
totally turn whatever disability you have into an ability. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Doc. What will be your watchword for everybody? Like that one word that they should remember Dr. Ngek Sintieh for after you leave the show today.
Smile.
Just smile. I love that. And that's a beautiful way to wrap things up here on the show. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being amazing participants, for all the wonderful messages that we had inbox. Dr. Bless who says, Doc, send your number. Make this small. team then hit you up. So how can we get in contact with Dr. Ngek, Cynthia? How do we connect with you?
Just hashtag GentleMZ on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You'll get my social pages. GentleMZ.
Gentle MD
Yeah.
on all
Yeah.
social media. Please get
Yeah.
in
So
contact with Gentle MD on
so
all
if
social
you
media.
Gentle MZ 93. Yeah, I think that's was
Don't
93.
give us a wrong address, oh.
No,
At
yeah, Gentle
Gentle
MZ
MD
93. No,
93.
93. Yeah.
Gentle MD 93. Okay.
Yeah.
On
And my
all.
Mr. UN page is I think Sintieh Ngek Mr. UN. So
Okay.
it's
All
yeah,
right. Sintieh Ngek, Mr. UN.
UN
Please
Cameroon.
go
Yeah.
follow him, connect with him. This is an amazing young man, so dynamic, full of life. He just sang for us and he gave us some health tips. What do we say to Doc? What do we say to Doc as he leaves us today? So that's his page on Facebook. Make sure you go follow him and leave a comment and tell him what you loved about today's session, okay? What did you love about him being here on the show today? I enjoyed it. I loved every single bit of it, and I see why they voted for you because you have such a lovable personality. Thank you so much for being a great guest. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And we cannot wait for you to join the team and share more health tips with the community.
Sure, 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 sure.
So thank you so much. Or did you want to say one last word to before you leave to your people who are watching?
All right. So thank you everybody for honoring the invitation, and thank you to all Gwendy followers for being active on the call. And this is very amazing, and I want to thank you all. And I want to let you know that being Mr. UN for the for Cameroon, it's actually an opportunity to serve, and this is an opportunity for us to work together. It's me on the mantle, but it's us serving,
Yes.
and it won't be possible. It wasn't possible without your support. So I really, really appreciate to everyone who supported me throughout. It wasn't easy, and I really appreciate everyone who did that. And it won't be possible to go through it and leave an indelible memory of impact without your support. So whenever you see Mr. UN calling for health outreach, be able to move a muscle and join us, get many more people healthy, and why not healthy while using beauty as the umbrella? It will make more sense to everyone. So thank you all for coming, and I'm so humbled, and thank you very much, Gwendy, for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your platform. And I think we have a lot of history to make this year.
We do. People want to see
So,
you dance.
yeah. So,
And thank you guys for joining. Rashid, Gila, Isabel, Clementine, all of you, our Amy Bride, Claude Songe, all of you. I cannot go through all the names. Thank you, Doc. You were just amazing, wonderful. And thank you so much for those tips. And that beer issue, we'll definitely talk about it later. Blessed Fruit says, Doc, you don't marry some guy, they wait to hear your voice. So Doc is too young to start thinking about marriage right now. He's got to save lives first. So if we be here say you don't want to marry now, so we'll just tell you me hold on first. Like finish our work first before you do that. All right, guys. Hope
sure.
hope you had a wonderful time here on the show. Please don't forget to go to our Facebook page. Do leave us a review on what you thought about today's edition of the show. It's going to help us and also help us get more guests that are more suited to things that you want to hear about. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all of you who joined. Make sure to follow our page on Facebook, on Instagram, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube. And don't forget to turn on the notification so you're informed every time we have another amazing guest on the show. Today, it was Dr. Sintieh Ngek, Ngek, Mr. United Nations 2022. From us to you, it's goodbye and have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.
We can.
Bye bye.
Bless you.